What's up, investments? It's Justin Smith. Welcome to the Investments YouTube channel, where we talk about investing and everything, whether it's your health or your wealth. I'm pretty excited about this episode today. This episode is going to be coming from the studies of the great book of Idiots to Investing. The Idiots to Investing. No, I don't have any sponsorship deals or anything like that, but I'm excited to talk about this subject because we're getting into something which is called the bear season when it comes to investing, whether it's in the stock market, whether it's in real estate, all types of investing. It may be a bear season when it comes to investing in your health and wealth as well. So this is something that I'm excited to talk about today. So we're going to get down to what the episode is about. And this episode is about how to put those dollars in your pocket to work. Those little dollars in your pocket, let them be your employees and put them to work to make more money for you. So we're going to talk about putting your money to work. In the mid 1800s, there was a kid who was now a wealth mogul by the name of John D. Rockefeller. Okay, John D. Rockefeller decided one day that he's going to lend his neighbor, which was a farmer, $50. Not to mention the week before and the week next week, John D. Rockefeller is spending 30 hours a week for $1.12, breaking his back for that $1.12 an hour. He was still able to lend his neighbor, which was a farmer, $50. So soon after that, John D. Rockefeller thought to himself, he said, one day I'm going to make money work for me. I want to make money work for me. I'm breaking my back these 30 hours a week for $1.12. I want to make money work for me. When it comes to putting your money to work these days, it's literally for anyone. I mean, really think about it. When you think of the word investor, what do you think? Who do you see? Who do you see when you think the word investor? Okay, now take that thought. I want you to take that thought out your head and throw it away. Throw it away. It ain't like that no more. Investors are looking like me and you. Investors are looking like me and you these days, and it's time to prepare and really walk and talk like it. So you're probably wondering, where do I even get the money to start investing? Like, what do I do? I don't have the money to invest. What I'm learning, just even from this book right here, is telling me that every dollar that's not going towards your bills should be invested. Every dollar that is not going towards your bills should be put into a place where more money is possible. It's possible for more money to come out of. And that just builds a habit. That'll build a habit to say, hey, this is what it's made to do. This money is a tool. It's made to make me more money. It's a tool. It's my employee. Also, the crazy thing about it is we have way more investing opportunities than John D. Rockefeller. Okay? It's all about what plan we have in place and what tools we have in place. And there's plenty more these days. So let's get down to the basics about it. First, we have risk, which is defined as the potential loss of capital. One of the biggest influences about the amount of risk you have in your investment is just thinking about the amount of time you have financially and emotionally in that investment. Most of the time, companies and corporations issue stock, so they can build capital to be able to create manufacturers, or even these days, like digital real estate. Digital real estate is the big thing these days, and that's what these companies are issuing stock for. Maybe it could be to create a new vision or even opening opportunities that undertakes, just future endeavors. We all know that history repeats itself. And looking back into history, it shows that to become wealthy in this country or anywhere in the world, you have to invest in starting a business. So let's look at some historical stats to capitalize on what I'm saying here. Just imagine at the end of 1987, and you're all in on your stocks, right? And the market crashes. The market drops big time. All your money, all your investments are in to your stocks, and it just drops. At this same time, in one day, Dow Jones dropped by 22.61%. And then within 10 days, the whole stock market dropped 34%. Then by the end of October, the whole market was down about 21.5%. Nothing speaks a happy camper more than having your family's Christmas money all piled up into the stock market in that same year of October. Man, I can only imagine how that went. But what if you were in the stock market for the long run? What if you were there? What if you held that? What if you're still holding on to that right now? What would you look like? That same Dow Jones stock in 1987 was just under $2,000. Fast forward 10 years later, if you were to stay in, you would be at $6,500 right now per stock. That's the power of waiting. Other than that huge volatility during that, that 10-year run, your money still compounded 13% each year. Now, what's that mean? That means the longer your money's in, the more you have time to be a little more riskier. That makes sense? So that means when we're younger, we can have a higher percentage of our savings be in the stock market because we're able to ride out the highs and the lows of the market. The good rule of thumb that I'm learning about is give your stocks or give your investments 10 years to ride out the highs and the lows, and you should be okay. Now, of course, every investing goal is different depending on the time frames, whether it's 5, 10, 30 years. Maybe you want to buy a house in about 5 years. You don't want that money to be in something that's so, that fluctuates too much. You want it to be in something that's more conservative and more safe. Or maybe you guys just got married and you have a kid in the near future and you want to save up for college in like 20 years. Then you have time to play around with that money and be in more riskier situations. Now, one of the quests that we're fighting right now is that it's pointless in putting money away if you don't have a lot of money to put away, which is wrong. Last week, I had to choose between $5 going into Five Guys or $5 going into Robinhood. I decided to put $5 in Robinhood, the app Robinhood, in one of the stocks that I have in there, and I made $3. Had I put that $5 in a Robinhood, had I put that $5 into Five Guys burger, the burger would have been real good, but I'd have regretted it going to the gym the next morning. That's the only thing I would have got out of that one. It's very important to know that very few people enter the game on a clean slate. No one comes in the game when they're ready. They just happen to hop into the game. And it's been the best thing for a lot of people. We all got mortgages, payments, car payments, and student debt that we need to pay off. Everybody does. But that shouldn't stop you from being able to invest on yourself and in your future wealth. If that is you, just know that this is a time where we can build massive wealth. Repeat after me, massive wealth. The traits that I'm learning about when it comes to building massive wealth is discipline, patience, a desire to avoid large mistakes, and even a willingness to stick to our guns no matter how many times the stock market has lost its damn mind. To conclude this episode, I'd like to say that I'm excited about the information that we have in these future videos that we're going to bring to you during times like this. This is where we can take our lives to the next level and watch our money go to work for us. My name is Justin Smith. This is The Investmist, and we'll see you next episode. Peace.